That's so nice to hear. We've got some people that's here early. Awesome. Color of the day is orange. I got different shades of orange going on. Peach right here. So nice to see you. So nice you got here early. John Mallory, welcome. Let me check the chat on the on my iPad. I can see it best on my iPad. Hold on. Turn down the volume, mute that. Hey, yeah, John Mallory, early greetings. So nice you came early. Oh, hi, Bobby. Oh, One Peaceful Mind, Elisa's Way. Yeah, hello, girl. Nice to see you here for however long you can stay. Oh, Kathleen Elliott. Kathleen Elliott, welcome. So nice to see you here. Orange is the color of the day today because it's like orange is like hot. It is freaking hot here. I think we're in the middle of a heat wave. I think it's gonna be. It was really hot yesterday. It's gonna be really hot tomorrow. I think it's gonna be really hot Wednesday. So I think three or more days in a row of super hot weather makes it a heat wave. Hey everybody. So nice to see you here. Well, not everybody's a fan of the trivia. I just did that once. I've only done that once of all the time I'm live streaming. I've only done trivia once, and I'm not doing that today. But for conversation starters, I got that. Because otherwise, I think a lot of us are just sitting here and there's nothing to talk about. So I like to have the conversation starters. Well, I'm going to put it on a banner. I have it on a banner. I have it on my banners. Let me choose one. Oh, here's an easy one. What's your favorite season and why? Which is your favorite season and why? Oh, and if anybody wants to come up in the panel, let me put the link down below. Which maybe I'll be lucky today and have some people come up on the panel, because that's so fun. Hold on, I'm trying to put the link. In the comments for anybody that'd like to come up and join on the panel. Oh yes, just please remember, thumbs up. Yeah, trying to beat a record of 50. 50. Oh, Alicia loves fall because she loves the leaves in all the different colors. And I love the weather in the fall too. Peaceful, love your card you made. Oh, she must have visited her channel. Oh, Kathleen says 77 and rain there. Oh, so you did not have a scorcher today. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Alicia, that you don't really like playing trivia that much. I've only done that once, and that was just the other day. Actually, I came on impromptu Saturday night and did trivia. It was an impromptu live stream with trivia. Wow. I got fall colors going here. Look at this purple and orange. The purple of this and the orange of my banners is really fall colors. But my favorite season, it's too hard for me to pick one favorite season. I like spring, summer, and fall. And then the really hot temperatures of summer are really hard to take. But I think I love the heat more than I do being freezing. And that's why winter's not in my favorites at all. Even though the snow is so pretty, but it's hard to navigate in. Like either walking on icy sidewalks is a pain, or trying to driving on icy roads is scary. But I can't decide which one would be my favorite. One of my favorite months though is September. I love the weather of September. The weather of September is awesome. Oh no, I'm not doing trivia today. I'm just doing just asking some questions here and there wherever we need to fill in with a conversation. Thanks so much, everybody, being here. Oh, if you just got here, hope you give a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Trying to beat the record of 50. Got that Sunday a week ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, Alicia. Yeah. All the slipperiness, whether you're walking on sidewalks or you're driving, the slipperiness is too scary. So, wow, I can't believe 77 and rainy. And I think that's where Kathleen is in Texas, if that's where she is right now. 77 is a nice temperature. Bobby, how was your weather? How was your weather and how are you today, Bobby? And let's see. How was the 77 and rain, and how are you guys doing? How is everybody? I had a pretty good day. Went to the gym. I got a lot of different paperwork, some paperwork done, and other kind of stuff I had to get done in the morning, which was good. Then went to the gym. Did 45-minute walking on the treadmill is what I usually do. And my husband works out with weights every other day, and then the other days he joins me on the treadmill. And then, oh yeah, we got to the gym a little late. No, we got to the gym early today. Oh yeah, but then we had to pick up my stepson, and then came here. And then when we got back here, I had a little bit of time, free time before I had to come on here. Ooh. So Alicia, I never saw. I guess you made a card today. With all my respect, of course, but your smile is just. What do you mean with all your respect? Diana, with all my respect, of course, but your smile is so comforting. Is it? Is my smile comforting? Oh, that's so nice. That's very kind of you, Alicia. Oops. That's very kind of you. And Bobby says it's only 90 and I'm doing fine. As long as you stay air conditioned, right, Bobby? As long as you stay refrigerated. refrigerated slash air conditioned in your house, you're fine? Or did you go outside at all, Bobby, today when it's 90? Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Alicia. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that very much. LOL, right. I guess he stayed inside. That's what he meant. He stayed inside his refrigeration. Oh. I don't know. How many people we are watching? Four. That's okay. We can still have a good conversation with 4 people. I guess we're ready for the next question, except I think where Kathleen lives, she doesn't have seasons. Or maybe it's 9 months of summer. I've heard down south it's like 9 months of summer and 3 months of I don't know what it is, fall/winter. I heard that's what it's like down south. So, Bobby, which is your favorite season? So Alicia only answered the question. Bobby, what's your favorite season and why? And Kathleen, if she can, don't forget to thumbs up. Oh yeah. And if Kathleen can answer it, I don't know, because maybe she doesn't have all different seasons probably. Fall time, it starts cooling down. He likes fall too. And then spring, I like spring because it starts warming up and all the beautiful flowers start coming out. But it's colorful in spring, but it's so colorful in the fall too. Hi, John. See the question on the banner? Which one is your favorite season and why? And if I have several favorites, I can't pick a favorite season except, well, no, winter is out, but the only thing I like about winter is the beautiful snow. I love snow just to look at, not to navigate in because it's too slippery to walk in, it's too slippery to drive on. But I love this. I love the prettiness of snow. But so I love summer because of the freedom, because I associate that with going to school, and then I worked as a teacher for 25 years, and I associate summer with freedom. So that's why I like summer a lot, even though it's super hot. I don't like the super heat. Don't like the super heat, but I love warm. I love warm better than cold. And my I have to say my favorite month for the temperatures and the weather for where I live is September. I love the weather of September. Oh, you love winter? Well, my birthday's in winter too, but and Bobby likes the fall, and Kathleen, maybe she cannot answer this because I think she does not live in a place that has seasons. So I'm going to go on to another question. This is funny asking questions because it's like on Bobby's channel, he never asks questions. It's just like the conversation just happens. Because he's been live streaming for much longer than me, several months more longer than me, many months, not a year longer, because he hasn't even been on YouTube for a year, but almost a year. But he's live streamed many more months than I have. And it's so funny, I have these questions because when I go to Bobby's channel or go to Pick a Rick's channel, they do not have questions like this. Let's see, another one. Oh, good. All right, I'll show this one. When and where did you see the most amazing sunset? Where and when was the most amazing sunset you ever seen? I've probably seen a lot of amazing sunsets, but one that I really sticks out in my head is in Key West, Florida. They have Sunset Beach, and every day a whole crowd goes to Sunset Beach, and everybody, and it's facing west, and everybody watches. They stand on the beach. Tons of people are on the beach standing there. They're all standing on the beach, watching the sun go lower and lower and lower. And then when the sun goes down below the horizon, everybody applauds, everybody claps. Everyone on the beach applauds, and it's called Sunset Beach, and they do that every day. Maybe when it's not cloudy, I don't know, but when I was there, it was always sunny. So Key West Sunset Beach was the most memorable. It's the most, I don't know if it was the most prettiest sunset I've ever seen, but definitely the most memorable sunsets. Hi, Mystic Unigon, welcome. Maryland. Alicia says in Maryland. At Pocomoke River State Park for our wedding anniversary. Oh, nice. I want to do something like that too with questions. Oh, you do? You do, Alicia? Okay, awesome. You want to go live and do something with questions also? Okay. Oh, you're so worn out today, Mystagon. Mystic Unigon. I called you Mystagon. That would be a good nickname, right? Mystic and Unigon together. Mystagon. That's a cool name, Mystagon. Well, I like Mystic Unigon, but by accident I said Mystagon. Oh, you're so worn out. I know what you mean. I was tired today too. Oh my God, I was tired before I came on here. Yep. And I think yesterday before I had to do my art live stream, oh man, I was tired. No, I can call her that if I want. Mystagon. I can call her Mystagon if I want. And Mystic Unigon, where did the heat wear you out? Was it very hot where you are? So John Mallory, can you answer the where's the excuse me with my nose. It's itchy. So can John tell us about like one of the most memorable? It doesn't have to be like the best. Maybe it was the best sunset you ever saw, or maybe it's just because of the environment that you were in. Like maybe you were at some beautiful national or state park and you saw a horizon. It was so memorable. I told about the memorable, not necessarily that it was like, I'm not sure if it maybe the best sunsets that I ever saw, but it was so memorable because it was on Sunset Beach in Key West, and everybody stands there and then they applaud. Everybody claps and applauds as soon as the sun just goes down below the horizon, and the beach is packed full of people just standing there, and that's what made the sunset so memorable to me. Too many sunsets. I can't pick any because they are all great. Okay, Bobby, awesome. You had work, then you had to come home and cleaned, and it feels like 95. That is a hard day. When you come home and what was it, clean? You had to work and then come home and clean. Oh yeah, working and then coming home and cleaning. That is a long day. That will make you so tired. There's no wonder you're tired. If you work a full day or what, I don't know, even if you work part-time, I don't know, full day, whatever, and then you come home and clean. That's the last thing I want to do when I was working, was like come home and clean. I would try to save the cleaning for days that I had off, or like try to do it on a weekend, because I had a grueling schedule. Like had to go to bed at around 8 o'clock and get up at 3 in the morning with long days. Oh, John Mallory says Grass Valley, California. Okay, awesome. Huge and full of cypresses. And it was so memorable because it was our first. Oh, it was your first year anniversary. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me on Monday here. And let's see. I think everybody's answered that question. I don't know if Kathleen's still here, so she might be busy doing something, and I'm going to pick out a different question. This one's a funny one. Here's a funny question. What is something that really annoys you but does not bother most other people? I have a couple of those. Oh, John Mallory, he usually watches sunsets and video games. Hi, Gracie. Welcome, Gracie Shack. Welcome. We're just answering questions on the banner. If you can see on the banner, we got our questions. I'm changing the questions about as soon as everybody answers them, maybe about every. Oh, hi, Deidre. Welcome. Just changing I got questions on the banner, and then I changed the question maybe about as soon as most people have answered the question, then change the question about every 10 minutes. That's funny, John. You usually watch most sunsets in video games. I'm sure they're going to be beautiful sunsets in video games. Hey, Gracie, so how are you? Deidre, how are you? Did you have a scorcher today? We did. Super scorcher. Super scorching hot. Oh, this is one. Here's one that annoys her. I think she says, I hate when people who chew their gum with their mouth open and make snapping noises with it. Oh, I think that annoys a lot. If I hear that on the train, yeah, that bothers me. That's most of the time when I would hear that. The most of the time in an enclosed space. It's been with a bunch of people I don't know. It's when I'm on the train, and if I hear someone snapping their gum, that annoys me. But I think that annoys a lot of people. So, but the question is, what's something that annoys you that doesn't usually annoy other people? But anything that you want to answer, even that one, that's even if you can't think of something that just something that annoys you that usually doesn't bother other people. Um, I don't know if this bothers. If I hear my husband clipping his toenails in the living room or his fingernails, that bothers me. I feel like that should be done in the bathroom. Clipping fingernails or toenails should be done in the bathroom. So it's when my husband does that. If he does it in the living room, it drives me crazy. So it annoys Bobby to hear that nothing annoys him. Hi, Arlene. Welcome. Okay, the question we're all talking about is on the banner. The sound of high heels at the store. Mystic Unigon, that bothers me too. Because I like to wear, if I wear shoes that make noise when they walk, those shoes are not comfortable shoes. The most comfortable shoes are the shoes that don't make noise when you walk. So when I hear somebody walking like with click clap with their high heel shoes, I'm like, darn, man, that sounds so uncomfortable. It sounds so uncomfortable to hear your high heel shoes. First of all, most high heel shoes are so uncomfortable. I can only wear them I try to wear them if I'm going out. I only wear them if I'm really going out and I want to look fancy or something. And I can only wear them for a very limited time. Unless they happen to be very comfortable high heel shoes, because if they have a soft sole on them and they're quiet, okay, fine. But if I hear the clip clap of high heel shoes, I'm like, oh, because I just feel like, man, are you uncomfortable? Because they make me uncomfortable. They make my feet hurt. If I can hear my shoes when I walk, those are my most uncomfortable shoes. Hi, JCT, welcome. So nice to see you here. Hi, JCT, welcome. And Arlene, welcome. Sound like a horse walking. Yeah, Mystic Unigon. Yeah, high heels sound like a horse walking, right? That's not why they bother me, though. They bother me because they remind me of being on how painful most high heel shoes are. I mean, it's very few high heel shoes that are not uncomfortable. And I can only wear them for limited time periods. So when I hear somebody go click clap, walking on like in the high heel shoes, I'm like, darn. And like somewhere like in an everyday place, like I get it if you're like in a fancy place, people want to dress up, they want to wear the high heel shoes. I'm talking about like everyday life, and all of a sudden, like in Target, you hear somebody walking with their high heel shoes. I'm like, oh my goodness. But see, some women think high heel shoes aren't uncomfortable, but for me, it bothers me because it's like that's painful. That reminds me of how painful those shoes are. Hi, DK. Oh, hi, DK. Welcome. So nice to see you again. People eating and talking at the same time. I'm guilty of that. And I know that that's bad. JCT. I should cover my mouth when I'm talking and eating. I have a bad habit of that. I'm eating and I'm talking. Blah, 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 blah. Mix the two together. I'm eating and I'm talking. Blah, 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 and I forget. And I'm like, because, oh my God, I should cover my face, my mouth with a napkin while I'm talking and eating. If I have food in my mouth, I should do that. Because I know people don't want to see that. And it's hard for me to like finish eating something and then and say, okay, now I'm going to talk, because I have it in my head of something I want to say, and I'll forget it so easily. I'll forget so easily what I want to say. So I'm like, I blurt it out and I'm like eating and I'm like, when someone comes to my house to visit and talks on the phone the whole time. Oh my goodness, Arlene, that is rude. That's more than annoying. That's rude. I mean, that's annoying. Yeah. Forgot where you live. JCT, I live in Pennsylvania. Oh, and Bobby said the thing that annoys him are people that don't find anything annoying. That's what Bobby said. And Mystic Unigon said the sound of high heel shoes. How about Deidre? Deidre, what can you answer the question on the banner? What's annoying? What's annoying that maybe not bother most of you? It's annoying to you, but maybe not bother other people. And DK, how about you? Can you answer the question? If you want, you don't have to. Just some ideas for conversation. Someone who drives slow in the fast lane. Oh yeah. Yep. Well, I don't drive anymore, but yeah. But when I did used to drive, because I did drive for 15 years, and then because of my vision problem, I had to stop. I don't have the legal vision for driving anymore. I would get in that fast lane. My favorite lane would be the middle lane. I love the middle lane. So if it's a 3-lane highway, right? So I mean, on one side 3-lane and 3 lanes on the other, but 3-lane all going one direction. I love the middle the best. But if I ever did get in the fast lane, it's like I could not drive fast enough for those people. I mean, I'd be driving like 85 miles an hour and still people are trying to pass me in the fast lane. They'd be right up on my bumper, and it's like, dang, excuse me, I'm driving 85 miles an hour. Isn't that fast enough for you? And I'm like, that I hate the fast lane for that reason. You can never drive fast enough for those people. Driving pet peeves, right, Mystic? Whole list of driving pet peeves. My number one driving pet peeve is people texting while they're driving. So dangerous. Putting us all at danger. Sorry, my eye edges. Okay. I'm just glad I'm not a department manager anymore. There's some wrecks. Reckless ones. 6 and 7 a.m. Really? Between 6 and 7 a.m. you see some really reckless drivers? Oh yeah, because you had to go to work really early, right? Right, Alicia? You're talking about when you used to have to go to work really early and see the drivers between 6 and 7 a.m.? Oh, yeah. Texting anytime. There's people. Yeah, a lot of times they do. A lot of them are texting. Most of them do stop. Yeah, most of them are texting at an intersection, and then it holds things up, or they're driving slow or erratically, and you see their heads are down, so they're texting. John Malloy puts a little car. Driving? Yes, the way they drive tailgate. I do the speed limit and they act like I'm driving slow. Oh yeah, I hate that, JC. Yeah. Right. And they tailgate. Yeah, they tailgate. And maybe that's a one lane road and they'd be tailgating and you're like, excuse me, I don't want to go over the speed limit. Oh, and they took off. Oh, hi, Skeeters rule. Skeeters. Wait, let me see your name right way. Wait. Sleet? Oh gosh. Sleetix rule. Oh man, how do you say your name right? I'm sorry, I can't see it right. Sleet. Sleet. Sleetkiss rule. Oh god, you hit me behind texting people and they took off. Oh man, that's the worst. Because they could get caught first. See, there's no way they, because if you ever stop them, and I mean, if they ever have to be stopped and you had an accident and the two people have stopped, the person texting, they're not going to get away with it. They can't get away with it because it's all recorded. It's all recorded when, what time, and when they texted. But if they just drive off, that, oh, wow, that's a big problem. Yeah, they were around all the other cars. They were in a rush. Yes. Yes. Hi, Christy. Hi, Christy. Welcome. And Sleep Skits Rule. I'm sorry, I'm saying your name probably wrong. I can't. Sleep Skits Rule. Welcome. Okay. Thanks, Bobby. Hope you're back soon. Help out your mother. No problem. Shopping cart. Oh goodness. Well, she was on her phone. Some lady almost hit you. Oh, hit you, or hit you in your car, Mystic. Yeah, right. Either way, like hit you or hit you in your car. Because she's on the phone. What, looking at her phone? Most likely looking at her phone. Because if you're on the phone, you can usually keep and talking. You can usually keep saying, but on your phone, not paying attention, right? And then smack you with the shopping cart, whether you're in your car or you're not. Bad hair day annoys you? Oh, like when you're having a bad hair day, right? Right. And yeah, I hate bad hair days. Yeah. Dirt. Oh, hi, Dirty Rotten imbecile. It's so weird calling you that. Hi, Dirty Rotten imbecile. Imbecile, welcome. Yeah, the question that we've gotten a lot of conversation out of is right here, right there, posted. Yay, a lot more people have come in the room. A lot more people have joined us. Yay. I can call you Trav. Okay. Trav. Yeah, I like calling you Trav better. That's bad hair days bothered Trav too. He told me I could call him Trav. Dirty Rotten Imbecile said I could call him Trav, but he said that's why he shaves his head so he doesn't have any more bad hair days. Yeah, that's a way to solve it. I'm not shaving my head though. Before I became homebound. Ooh. Oh, Arlene. Yeah, that sounds annoying. Annoying and rude. Right. I'm sorry to hear that, Arlene. Yeah. Yep. Low maintenance hairstyle if you shave your whole head. Yep. I think John Mallory's been in and out of here. Wait, did John Mallory answer our question that's on the banner right now? I think he did, but I think he did. Has he been in it? Because oh, maybe it's just Deidre hadn't seen him before. Because I've seen John Mallory was the very first person in here, even before I started it. He was in here like at 3:50. He was in here like 5 minutes before 4 o'clock. He was here early because I had scheduled this, and if you schedule on StreamYard, if you schedule it for a certain time, then people can come in the room. Yeah, people can be waiting and come in the room and chat with each other and say hello. DK, what can you? Is DK still in here? Can he answer the question on the banner? Or maybe he did already. Maybe I forgot. No, Arlene's hair is very long and straight. No bad hair days. How about people who ride on electric carts in the store who shouldn't? You've seen young people messing around on them, and it's so inconsiderate. Because someone who needs one comes and can't get one. Oh, I can't. Isn't there a way you can report them, Mystic Unigon? Like let the store manager know. You know what bothers me. I can't go. You know what bothers me? I can't go. Yeah, I can't go to a movie theater and have a good time without. Oh, Trav. Oh my goodness, yeah. Going to a movie, can't enjoy going to a movie theater anymore because you get the person that like they want to put their feet up and then they end up it's like they're kicking your chair. They're kicking your chair in front of them. They're kicking a chair, and it happens to be your chair. They're right behind you, and it seems like they're kicking your chair, and maybe they are kicking it. Either they're trying to make their feet comfortable, which ends up sounding like they're kicking it, or they're kicking it on purpose, which is even worse. I can understand that. I haven't gone to movie theaters in a long time now. Oh, a kid eating. So, oh, here we go. John Mallory says a kid eating food in a grocery store annoys him. Oh, because here the question is something that would annoy you that wouldn't bother others, and for the most part, that I think that wouldn't bother me. But that's the question: what annoys you that wouldn't bother others? Oh, oh, okay, Mystic. Yeah, okay. That's why it bothered. Yeah, because like they're probably eating stuff they haven't even paid for, or no, maybe they put grapes in their cart and the kid is eating them. Yeah, okay. I haven't seen it that often. Oh, they leave pits all over the store. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, leaving cherry pits all over. Hi, Roy's the boy. Nice to see you again. Yeah. She gotta go. She gotta go now. Okay, Alicia, you gotta go. So nice to see you. So glad you stopped by. Bye, Alicia. Hugs, love and hugs. Yeah, okay, catch you next time. That's fine. You gotta go. You gotta go get dinner. Yeah, good evening to you, Roy's the boys. It's evening there in the UK. They're 5 hours ahead of us on Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Roy, I guess you saw my comments. I was watching some of your videos last night, Roy. Oh, so Trav doesn't go to movie theaters anymore. Uh, just for that reason that he said what was the thing that was so annoying, people kicking the back of his seat. Oh, negative energy. Oh, JCT. It's hard for her to be around negative energy. Yeah, so I know what you mean. Yeah. And then misbehaving and the parents do nothing. Another thing that bothers Trev, Roy, we're answering questions on the banner. So the questions on the banner for our conversation topic right now, and we've gotten a lot of conversation out of this. This is going on for about 15 minutes. We've been talking about this. And Trav says, bothers him when children are misbehaving and then the parents do nothing. I see. Actually, most of the time I see parents trying to do something about their kids' behavior. So I don't. That would be annoying to see that the parents doing nothing. That would be annoying. Yeah. Most of the time I don't see that happen. I usually see parents trying to do something about it. Christy says, oh, if I didn't say hello to you, Christy, I forgot. Hi, Christy, welcome. And she says she's going to be listening. I have to make supper. Be back shortly. Oh, good. I'm glad you're going to be listening, Christy. Awesome. Wait, Elegant Homestead. Elegant Homestead, welcome. So nice to see you in here. Welcome. Yeah, Bobby is one of my moderators, but he had to step out and help his mother. He was here just a few minutes ago, but he had to step out and help his mother. But we have conversation topic questions, and right now this one that's on the banner right now has been holding our conversation for the past 15 or so more minutes. And Dirty Rotten Imbecile said, because I said I felt really weird about saying that name. He said I could call him Trav, and I assume he means he also would be all right with other people calling him Trav, Trav. We can call him Trav instead of Dirty Rotten Imbecile, because I feel weird calling him that name. So dirty. I mean, so we have some Elegant Homestead. Can you answer this question? I could already. A whole bunch of us have answered this question. I'll tell you something that annoys me that probably doesn't usually bother other people is when my husband clips his toenails or fingernails in the living room. I don't like that. I think it should be done in the bathroom. So that annoys me. I don't know. Maybe that a lot of people have come up with things that really are annoying to most people, but so that's one that annoys me. That may not bother other people. People who put on too much perfume or cologne and it gives me a headache or makes me sneeze, says Mystic Unigon. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Like when they put it on too heavy, except if it's like at some fancy event, then I can understand that this perfume is going to be stronger. But it's like if you're at like an everyday place, or today I was at the gym, I think. Oh, I was at the gym and this guy's aftershave was like too strong. I was like, oh, luckily I didn't have to stay next to him, but I smelled it and I was like, whoa, that's way too strong for the gym. We don't need to smell like that at the gym, but at some fancy events, I can understand people are going to put on their perfume strong and all that. I went there. Come on. Okay, John. I didn't really go there. Let's see. Elegant Homestead says she hates that too, what Roy said. Wait a minute. What Roy said? Hold on. Park in 2 spaces in a car park. Yeah. Yeah, that's annoying. I think most people find that annoying. Oh, Diana, you went there. Trav, I didn't really think I went there, but if you say so, okay. Oh, yes, Elegant Homestead, how are you doing? Did you have a scorcher today? We did. We had a super scorch. We're in the middle of a heat wave right now. It's going to last the next couple days. Oh, good. Elegant's doing great. And Mythic says, yes. Sleaze's rules. Biting nails is annoying. Yeah, I think so too. During football. Oh, he does that during football. One of my, and then I'm trying to go back up in the chat, and Arlene says, one of my caregivers used to wear so much perfume that I had to ask her to stop. Right. Right. I would have to say the same thing. I would tell the person the same thing. They'd have to stop. Oh, good. Roy's doing good. That's great. Sunday drivers on Saturday bother me. Okay, Trav. Yeah. People that are driving too leisurely. For me, it's people that text when they drive. That's more than just being I know that bothers a lot of people. I'm saying that's like my number one pet peeve for driving. Like a popular thing that's going on right now, my number one pet peeve would be people that are texting while they're driving. But I'm going to change the question now, because now we're going to start getting into like gross things, right? And we've had this question up for about 15 or more minutes. Here's a good. What trends did you follow when you were younger? And if you just got here, if you can remember the thumbs up, please, because I'm trying to beat a record of 50 from a week ago Sunday. Oh yeah, one-hand driver and talker while driving. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Trav. So, what are some trends you used to follow when you were younger? Oh gosh, there are tons of them. Well, the thing I keep thinking of is the trends of wearing bell bottoms. When I was much younger, like in middle school. In middle school, I wore hip hugger bell bottoms, which I do not wear hip hugger bell bottoms now. So anyway, But that's a trend that I used to follow when I was younger, the hip hugger bell bottoms when I was in middle school. You don't, and Arlene does not recall any. Not much of a trendy guy. The Michael Jackson, and John Mallory says the Michael Jackson trend of the 80s. Gauchos. Trav, did you wear gauchos? I wore gauchos. I would never wear them again. I never have worn them again since again, I think that was middle school and some of high school. I wore gauchos too, but never since then. They had gauchos for guys? I guess they did. And if people don't know what gauchos are, they're like pants. I mean, they're kind of like pants that just go to your knees, and then they're kind of like bell bottom pants that go to your knees. Like they're wide legged. They're wide legged, and they just go to your knees. No lower than your knees, and they're very wide legged. They're kind of like bell bottoms for your, only go to your knees. Oh no, now he's kidding. Flares, says Roy. And I don't know if flares mean the same thing as bell bottoms. Polyester and rayon. JCT says her mother made her wear polyester and rayon. Oh. And then Roy says, I wore the bell bottoms and platforms in the 70s. Whoa, Roy, really? Like Elton John, right? Oh, I guess they had platform shoes for the men too, right? I forgot. Yeah, I think they did. Definitely. Yeah. And I wore platform sandals, right? I still kind of have, I have like, they're not big platforms, but I have like just like this size platform sandal that I wear. They're very comfortable sandals. Oh, what's elegant say? Let me look up. Scroll up. Where? She said, here she goes. Sorry, I never followed trends. I always dance to my own tune. That's good for you, elegant. And I think Deidre agrees with her. Parachute pants. Oh, Sleeskus rule says, yeah, parachute pants. I don't think I ever wore parachute pants. Parachute pants came after. I think that came like parachute pants came in the 80s, I think. And yeah, I never wore parachute pants. Arlene just remembered one. I put flowers in my hair in middle school because that was the thing. Oh, okay. And Roy felt tall in the platform shoes. And Deidre, that was her answer. She never followed trends. Clam diggers for extra large people. Oh, really? Okay. Thank you for your answer. I don't know what clam diggers. Yeah, I don't know what clam digger pants are. 50-inch leg. Oh, like super flared pants. Somebody's talking about a Mystic. What did she say? Is it Mystic? Yeah, she's talking about super flared pants. And then old school with a modern twist. Old school with modern twist. Welcome. Nice to see you again. You're taking a break from the garden? I use have duck. Oh, and John Mallory followed the Gothic trend. Oh yeah, that's a very strong trend that was going on. Yeah. Oh, it's time for your nap. All right, thanks for stopping by, Elegant. I appreciate it. So nice to see you. So have a good nap. The ducktail is a hairstyle. That's right. Ducktail is a hairstyle that. I think I'm going to change the question. Hold on, I'll be back. I got to change the question. Let's see. I'll be right back. I got to change the question. Well, hold on. Okay, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid? Oh yeah, thank you, Deidre. To remember, if you just got here or you forgot, please give thumbs up. Trying to beat a record of 50 that I got a week ago Sunday. Thanks again, Deidre, for reminding people that. Thanks so much. Of the thumbs up. Play outside in the sandbox. Oh, it's now a flower garden. That's nice. And John Mallory, smoking was his favorite. Wow. Let me catch up on the. You guys just answer the question, and I'll be right back. I gotta take a restroom break. Matinees was $1. Had to earn money, so I was already working. Old School with Modern Twist says, my brothers and I would swim in the creek when we were younger. That's nice, swimming in the creek. Matinees, I don't remember matinees so much, but well, I mean, I remember there's matinees and stuff, but I mean, let's see. For a favorite younger things to do, let me think. Smoking in the boys' room. There we go. That's a whole song by, was that by Alice Cooper? Smoking in the boys' room? Who's that by? Hot boxing. Oh, okay, sorry. All right. Oh, Dojos. Hello, Dojos. Welcome. Playing with my cars in the mud and sand. Oh, that sounds like fun. Also walking through the creek and catching lightning bugs. Oh, yeah. Catching lightning bugs. That was fun. It depends on how young you're talking about. Like, when I was catching lightning bugs, that was when I was like under 12 years old. Then I'd say when I was like early and mid teens, I was smoking with I would be smoking with girlfriends, sitting on the church steps in the alleyway, and I thought that was fun. Smoking cigarettes with my girlfriends on church steps in the alleyway in my early to mid teens. Now, that was one of my favorite things, but I had a lot of favorite things. Another favorite thing was, oh, I'll think about it in a minute. Okay, Roy. I get that. Sounds like fun. And then Old School with a Modern Twist says, now my children and grandchildren swim in the same creek. That's awesome. Oh, Tommy Tuto. Hi, Tommy. Welcome. We're all talking about this question on the banner. I still remember the Heaven's Gate cult movement. I'm not sure what you mean by the Heaven's Gate cult movement. Not that I know of, Tommy. Not that I know of. And then Mystic says, going fishing with Dad. Thanks, Deidre. Going fishing with Dad. Then when I got older, I took my sketchbook instead. Oh, that's nice, Mystic. One of my favorite memories is when I was younger, is like on my mid-teenage years, for 2 summers in a row, for 6 weeks, went to Rhode Island School of Design in their pre-college session. And you pick an art major. My first summer when I was 15, majored in sculpture, and in the second summer when I was 16, majored in painting. and you spent 6 weeks living away from home in the real college dormitories. I thought that Rhode Island School of Design in Providence, Rhode Island, that was awesome. To get away from home like that, like, oh my goodness, that was so awesome. Oh, fish. My dad didn't fish. Hardly anybody, nobody in my family that I know of fished. I had an uncle that hunted, but nobody that I know of was fishing. And I loved sledding. Like once we got the snow and we find there were some really good hills near us that they were like in the school behind us, the public school behind us, and there were oh my God, there's some really good steep hills. Sledding was awesome. And learning how to water ski. I didn't learn that great, but I learned enough. I got up on my skis and did that a few times. Did that for a couple summers in a row when I was under 12 years old, learning how to water ski. Hi, Ian. Hi, Ian. Welcome. So nice to see you here. Well, we're talking about questions on the banner. I changed the questions. We've been on this question for about 10 minutes. Unless you want to talk about something else, that's fine. And the color of the day is orange. I'm wearing peach, and that's a different shade of orange than my shirt is orange. In case you wanted to know, I dress in a color of the day, and I did not have orange earrings, so I had to put white on. I could have put black earrings on, but I thought orange and black's going to look too much like Halloween, so I thought white's more appropriate for summer, and that's why the banner is even orange, because you can change the color of that. And Ian, have you done StreamYards? Have you broadcasted with StreamYards yet, Ian? And here is the link in case somebody wants to come up here to the panel. I can invite 5 people up here. Ian, how are you doing? Ian, how are you doing? Is it a scorcher there? Are you having a heat wave? We are. Heat wave, in the middle of a heat wave here. Oh, your Mortal Kombat tee has orange. Oh. That's good to know, JC. So, JC, it's like your Mortal Kombat t-shirt. That's probably what you're talking about. Drawing was my favorite and still is. Oh, is it? I can believe that. Because the skills that Ian has for realistic drawing and painting are awesome. He must have been developing them since he was a wee child. If you ever checked out Ian Jackson's YouTube channel, and he's an expert in watercolor, and he super realistic. He can paint and draw super realistic. You should, and anybody interested, check out his YouTube channel. I'm wearing a 6 t-shirt. 100 degrees there. Oh, JC, where she is, down south, it's 100 degrees. I think the real field temperature is almost 100 here. It's in the 90s. Oh, Ian says it just cooled down. Oh, hi, Chrissy. Chrissy Canvas Art. Welcome again. Nice to see you again. Always nice to see you. And just finished painting. She just, oh, that's another really great artist you should check out. Chrissy Canvas Art. She paints really beautiful acrylic paintings, and I think, yes, oil paintings as well on her channel. Oh my goodness, Ian was 3 years old when he had an easel. I believe it. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, well, they do have those children's easels, yeah. But for 3 years old, usually you have to be a little bit older, but 3 years old, 3 years old with your easel is. Oh, let's see, who is this? Yeah, it's Ian, but it doesn't say Ian Jackson. Oh, Ian wants to join us on the panel. Excellent. Hi, Ian. Wait a minute. I can't hear you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I know, it's me. It's me. Hold on. Me. Wait. Okay. Can I hear you? Yes, I can hear you. Thank goodness. I went through 20 minutes one time trying to figure what the problem was why I couldn't hear somebody, and now I know to check this first.
Just make sure that there's no feedback. I'll put my cans on.
Okay. Oh, thank you for joining us on panel, or joining me on panel. Oh, it just got cooled down there? You had a hot day and it cooled down?
We just had it confirmed that the other day was hottest day on record.
Today?
No, not today. We had it confirmed today that the other day, which were a very hot day, was the hottest day on record in this country.
Oh my! In your whole country?
In the entire British Isles, yes.
Oh my goodness!
It's only a measly 38.4.
Oh yeah, that's Celsius, and I don't know Celsius.
It's about 90 odd degrees, something like that, which is nothing in comparison to what you're getting in America.
Oh yeah, right. But you guys are known for cooler temperatures, so that's very hot for you.
I mean, we're in a temperate zone. We're not in a arid desert. But I'm just going to plug myself in. Where am I?
How was that with you in the heat? How did you deal with
it? How did I deal with?
Was it? You don't have air conditioning, do you?
No, we don't. No, the houses that we have in Britain are built to be able to hold heat in. That's the main thing that you need. So that's what they do. So we don't have air conditioning. And
so it was actually holding the heat in of the day.
It will probably about 98% humidity as well.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Oh, you just felt like you were being slow roasted.
And it happened for one day?
Well, it was building up for a couple of days. It went cool and then it went hot again. And we had the strongest thunderstorm I've ever seen in my life. For over an hour, and it was just going like that. It weren't stopping. It weren't like one thunderclap and then a stop and then another. It was just going all the time. It were
And that was when? That was before the heat wave, before the.
That what I think that what night before. I think it. I don't know. I can't remember. It were very definitely a very loud thunderstorm and lightning. If you, I think, if you go on internet and look up lightning storm, I think it's the 15th of July, UK. If you look that up, people have videoed it, and you can see it's like lightning rippling across sky all the time.
And you lost power?
No, not once. Strangely,
oh
I think
what
it were, it were rippling across the sky. It weren't bolting down like lightning normally does. It was rippling across the clouds. It would go. Anyway, quick exclusive.
And then it was hot today. What's this?
It's
a little watercolor, right?
It's a little miniature water. I'm doing the 30-day miniature painting.
Is that what that is? I saw you doing a 30-day challenge. It's 30-day miniature art.
They're that big, yeah. And today was
an ATC card.
A sunrise. So it's getting there.
A misty sunrise, kind of.
Yeah, it's well. If you look at sunrises, they're very, very pale. That's why when you look at a picture of a reference image, you can tell whether it's a sunset or a sunrise, because it's very subtle colours in a sunrise. Whereas you got in sunsets, you've got very sharp, strong, vibrant colours. You know, strong reds. Whereas the very mellow pinks and yellows and oranges with sunrise. I don't know why, but that's what they tend to be. So that's another day done. Another day done. Yay! You can put that to one side now.
Oh yeah, you're only 2 days. One more day? No, 2 more. Oh, it's 31 days in this month.
It's not being done during the actual from the day of the start of the month. It started about. I think this is day 12, but I'm a day or so ahead because
day 12.
Because on Wednesday I've got to go shopping with Mrs. Jackson. So that'll be no art for me that day.
I can't. I could not take any more challenges in July. I was slammed with so many things to do in July.
Well, hold that energy, because at the art bar we're going to be doing what they call it again, like we did a couple of months ago, a live.
The video live hop.
A video live up, yeah. So if people want to sign up for that when we start organising it, they're more than welcome. If you're an art bar member.
Oh yeah. When will you start advertising it?
It's going to be the next couple of weeks or so.
All right, I gotta keep an eye on it.
Mid to late August, we'll probably go for something like that, maybe.
And when do you think it will happen? I mean, the actual.
We entered a proper full chat about it yet to see what the date is, but we're on the because Danina at the moment, because she lives in a desert, she's that hot she can't do nothing.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe in September it will happen. It might happen
waiting until it's cooled down a bit for because as soon as you open your acrylics up, it's dry. I'll see if I can put me.
Good sound effect. Chrissy says good sound effect with the thunder.
Chrissy ought to know what it were like. She were up and she heard it.
And Roy's the boy. Do you know Roy's the boy?
I don't know. That's a new person to me. That
he's Roy. Do you want to come up here?
You should get Chrissy up for a short while. Come on, Chrissy, get up.
Chrissy wants to come up. She only stays up usually for only a few minutes because she's tired. Because she just did a live stream before this, a 2-hour live stream before this. Don't forget that. Oh, thank you, Deidre, for reminding people.
What am I doing?
Oh, it woke her up late at night. Oh, Roy is in Cambridgeshire.
Cambridgeshire.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Well, Roy will have known what it were like that lightning then, I would imagine, because I believe that's where hottest temperature were. They've just something like that anyway. No, we're down there somewhere.
Neither one of them want to come up. Chrissy says she's chilling in bed, and Roy says he's not feeling well.
Oh.
But they're chatting.
That's it. Pop out chat. There we go. It's popped out, and I can get rid of that.
Oh, hi, John T. Cash. Hi, John T. Cash. So nice to see you here. He's a guitar, and I think singer-songwriter. I don't know if he writes his own songs. John, do you write your own songs? And then let me just catch up on the chat a little bit, okay? You popped your chat out, Ian?
Yeah, I'm just popping it out now because then I can see it without having YouTube up. You know how to do that, don't you?
Well, it doesn't. That doesn't. I don't. Because then it covers up some of your screen, doesn't it? That's why I don't do that.
I mean, it only takes a certain amount of your screen up anyway.
Or you can move it to the side.
You just have it at one side, and you don't need to see your private chat because there's only us two there.
No, that's not going to help me. If I pop the chat out here on laptop, then I'm going to be leaning over like this, and I don't know if that's really going to help me. I'm not going to be able to see it like this.
If you've got it already up on your laptop on a separate device,
yeah, I have it
there.
That's how it is. It's just better for me like this.
It's just I've only got one screen, so it's better for me to pop it out, you see. I'm working off a monitor. If I can find where it is. There you are.
Hey, buddy, going RVing. Welcome. Welcome, buddy. So nice to see you. I hope you're feeling well today. Or how are you feeling?
Oh, dear. I don't know about Chrissy being tired. I think I am as well. Normally, all that ice cream all day.
Oh, what was that, Ian?
I said it's eating all that ice cream all day. It's made me tired.
18-hour ice cream?
I go to Yorkshire a few times a year to a place called Maltby. I do know Maltby in Rotherham. Yeah,
who said something? You don't know what they're talking about.
No, Roy, the boy.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm in Dearne Valley, which is not that far away from Maltby.
You guys live near each other?
No, Roy travels to a place called Rotherham, which is a town near where I live. But the place Maltby is between Doncaster and Rotherham. So it's not that far away from me, that really.
And what about Chrissy?
Chrissy is a bit further up north. But she's in a different county called Lancashire.
And I was wondering, did your wife go to the United States yet?
Oh no, she went to Canada, but she was going for a day to she was going for a day trip into one of the cities in America. She was only going for a day trip while she was over in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Roy, I am. I'm if you know Rawmarsh, directly after Rawmarsh, there's Dearne Valley, Mexborough, Barnsley. It's between Doncaster and Barnsley where I am. Although I do normally live up in Skipton, although I'm looking after my dad at the moment because he's not 100% well. So I'm down at our ancestral home. And poor Mrs. Jackson, she's been to a physiotherapy swimming lesson today.
Oh, for like therapy, you mean?
Well, they don't know she's a nurse and she's been finding it really difficult with lifting stuff recently. So they've put her on some sort of physiotherapy thing where she goes swimming.
Oh, that's nice. Water hydrotherapy. Yeah,
kind of, yeah. You can exercise without all your body taking up too much. It floats you a little bit, doesn't it? So it's not as painful.
Right. You don't have the impact of, like, you can do water aerobics without having that really bad impact of like jumping and high aerobic does. Because the low aerobics is like walking. That's easier on your joints. That's low aerobic, but high aerobic is like jumping up and down and dancing and aerobic. But if you can do that in the water and have no problem.
So that's what they've put her on for a while to see whether it settles down. But poor love, she's had to go and go to swimming baths today and do half a dozen lengths.
Does she have to take time off from work?
Yeah, she's had several weeks off with it because it's been progressively getting more painful for her. So she literally can't lift any old people up.
Oh.
Because she works on an elderly dependence ward.
Mm-hmm.
And mainly a lot of that is lifting them up, taking them to the toilet, and then bringing them back. So and they're not necessarily, they're mostly dead weights, these people.
I know.
And she's only just 5 foot tall. So she's worn herself out, poor love.
Oh my gosh, I hope the therapy helps.
Well, she just needs to, she's too dedicated to her job and she's always there and wanting to do it, and she needs to just calm down a bit and remind herself that she's not 16 anymore.
Or maybe she could change the type of nursing she does.
Well, she generally applies for other. She's in Philippines, where she comes from. She's a fully qualified. What are them ones that look after babies? Well, pre-baby.
The preemies.
Pre-baby. No.
Yeah, premature baby.
No, pre-baby, as in before a baby comes out. What do they call them? What do they call them?
She was working like with babies.
Not babies. mothers, expectant mothers. She's a midwife.
Mother. Oh, okay.
In Philippines, she's a midwife, but she came over here and she said that they said that she weren't qualified to be a midwife. So, so she
Unless
had
you
to
got
take on normal nursing.
Right.
Well, she has got the qualifications in the Philippines, and she's been working as a midwife for donkey's years. But obviously, in this country, you must have to have the qualification, and it's like a 4-year course.
Oh my! For her to get the qualification, she'd have to take a 4-year course.
Yeah, well, it's money. It's money.
Ridiculous.
It's money.
That's ridiculous.
Well, that's the way
I thought maybe just like, oh, maybe she just needs to pick up like 30 hours of a class.
Well, you would have thought so. I mean, there's two types of people who work out there in the world, and that's people who've got practical experience of doing job and doing it right, and people who are qualified.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right? And yet more and more people who've got practical experience who generally get on with job get squeezed out at job because of people who are so-called qualified and have a lot less experience. But that's where things go. They seem to think that it's like some sort of golden standard to have a qualification.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having a qualification, but I'd sooner have somebody who knows what they're doing and who's had practical experience of doing a job than somebody who says, "Well, I'm qualified, but it's the first time I've ever done this." What do you do? Well, that's completely moved us on from
legal reasons.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Legal reasons.
I mean, there's a standard to be kept, isn't there? I mean, but you would have imagined that people would have used their common sense and thought, right, they've had that many years practical experience. Yeah. All you need to do is come in, do some units, show and prove to us that you're capable, and you've got your qualification.
Oh yeah, like some kind of test, like it could pass some kind of test or something.
But thing is, at the end of the day, all this qualification, it's to do with earning money. People get paid to teach those things, and it's a money maker. I mean, it's like to go to university to do one of those things every year. It costs. This is just in tuition fees. I think it's about £10,000.
Well, up here, you know, in the United States, it's gone way up, way up. College tuition, private colleges. I mean, just all over the board, way up. Astronomical.
When I was leaving school and going on to potentially university, which I didn't do anyway, but you got a grant, and if you started earning so much money per year, you paid your grant back, and that was it. And it weren't that expensive. I mean, it weren't like huge sums of money, but it got brought. A tuition fee got brought in, and it started at £2,000 per year, and it rocketed up to 10,000. That's just for the tuition. That's before you start getting all your equipment that you need for your course, and digs and food and whatever else expenses there are. You know, just putting your name down for you to be registered for doing your qualification. They charge you for that. So it's like a proper money making racket these days.
Well, yeah, these days, yeah. Not so much back when I went to college, and then and my father was a college professor, and he made me go to the college he taught at, so I went to college totally for free.
Oh, very good. So what did you do?
I didn't want to go there, but I'd had problems in high school, and he paid all this money for me in private schools in high school, and I didn't do well, and I messed up, and he said, "Nope, you're going here. You're going here for free. I got to keep an eye on you."
All right. So what did you do at university then, or college?
I studied art. I've been an artist my whole life. I've been studying art my whole
so
life.
what have you got?
I'm not realistic. I can't be realistic like you.
Oh,
and plus, I don't think my interest is there. It's too painstaking to me.
I mean, how realistic you are is irrelevant to art. A blob on a piece of paper can be a piece of art if you express it in the right way.
If you express it in the right way. I know.
Yeah,
so,
well, look. I mean, one of my favorite artists, right? Who would you think it would be? Do you think it's these highly detailed Renaissance period Leonardo da Vinci's?
Maybe, yeah.
No, do you think it's some? No, it isn't. It's Jackson Pollock. Jackson Pollock.
Oh, Jackson Pollock. Okay. He's like one of your favorite artists.
He is my favorite artist.
Oh, he's your very favorite artist. Wow.
Yeah. And yet I do art that's completely different to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still find inspiration in his work, and that's what you got to do. You got to look at everybody's art and go, what can I get that's inspiring to me, that can add to me as an artist? And every time you come across a new artist, you learn something, whether they're at a very high level or a very low level. I mean, there's some people who we come across on YouTube who've only just picked a brush up for first time today, and they've had a go, and that makes me feel, wow, I'm inspired because they've had a go. That's the first time they've touched a paintbrush in their lives.
Oh, yeah, I know. These people that like, oh, I had not done art in 20 years, or I never did art, and I just started it a few years ago. And I'm like, what? I can't believe that. I've been doing art my whole life. Yep, and my college degree is in art, and I got 2 master's degrees in art, one in art education and another one in master's in fine arts.
So what is that? Is that a BA?
Yes, I have a BA in art.
Yeah. So what's the master? An MA with honours, is it? Do y'all do honours?
Yeah, for the bachelor's degree, you can get yes, you can graduate with a summa cum laude or magna cum laude. Summa cum laude means you almost had like 4.0. I didn't graduate with those honors now.
Right.
Because my physics brought me down. I took physics, and I even had a tutor for physics, and I still did horrible in college physics. And that and some other math and physics brought my GPA down.
So you had to do a broad range of other things on top of your actual.
Yeah, I did not go to art school. I did not go to art school. I went to a regular college where you could major in art. So I think I might have taken, as opposed to an art school, I think I took fewer art classes than somebody that went to an art school.
Wouldn't you have been better to have gone to an atelier or whatever they call them?
Well, anyway, I didn't have the choice. No. My dad made the choice how I out my problems that happened in high school.
If your dad's paying for your college, you say, yeah, Dad, thanks.
It was free. He didn't even have to pay for it.
Did they not? Oh, well,
he didn't pay for it. It's just because he was a college professor there. And if if a spouse or one of his kids go there, we went for free.
It's one
he didn't pay for it.
So what did your dad do? What is it?
Philosophy.
Philosophy?
He was a college professor, PhD in philosophy.
Oh, were he coming up to you and said, this artist will like this? Blah, 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 blah. Because there's some really strange art philosophies. There's like Taoism and things like that, and some of the things that they.
I would have loved to see the philosophy of art, but his was philosophy, general philosophy.
General philosophy, yeah.
No, but I learned some of that like in graduate school because I got the master's in fine arts and that Maryland Institute College of Art, and my employer helped pay for that. So there's for that, my employer helped pay for that. But there you do learn about different things about philosophies of art. Yeah.
I suppose when you start going into heavier end learning, you do learn more about the philosophies of art, you know, and the theoretical. That's why I didn't want to go to university, because I thought it was going to be more writing and discussing it.
It was writing, discussing, and making. I thought it was a good balance. I thought it was a good balance of all of it.
See, I mean, we've got quite a few colleges that are very specifically art colleges. So I probably would have gone to one of those, but getting in is incredibly difficult unless you've got like you're incredible. Oh, I don't know. Some artists who get into colleges top end, you know what I mean. But I mean, it were more encouraged for us to go in, you know, go do a few years training and become something like a commercial artist, like a graphic designer or something like that.
I did that for a while.
Well, you'll know.
I did that once I got out of. No, when I was after I got out with a bachelor's degree in art, I went for one semester in Boston University for master's in teaching, and after one semester I said, no, I don't want to teach art, and then I went back and changed my mind again. But then I went to a 9-month training school for for advertising art, and then I did work in graphic design for about 2 or 3 years, and which is about 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, and I didn't do well. I couldn't keep jobs. People would let me go. They'd say, this isn't going to work out. We have to let you go. No. And I'm like, and then I was advertising designer for a small company, and then for 6 months, and then they went bankrupt.
Oh.
And then I did some sign painting, and they're chain smokers in the room. Like, what? I have to be in there with all these chain smokers smoking while we're painting signs. I'm like, so then a family friend said, why don't you reconsider teaching again? And I'm like, yeah, I guess I will. And then I started, and then I did, and then I got, that career was good for me, and I lasted, and I completed that career. I completed 25 years for that.
Oh, wow. So where are you taking your art now then? What is it more like art therapy?
No, the thing I was doing I do with what people like. I've gotten a good response out of the alcohol. See, I on my Etsy shop. Did you see the Etsy shop? I put out a new collection called Magical Mother Earth, right? And I put that out like in March, and that was like a collection because I read from some Etsy experts you should do collections. So I did a collection. It's called Magical Mother Earth, and that's all iPad digital art, and it can be printed on archival paper, framed or unframed. That didn't go over well. It didn't take off. So then with all this alcohol ink painting, I've been getting a good response from that. So that's why I'm going with that. If like just for the fact of like making something that people have an interest in, and because a lot of times I make art that they're not interested. Like I just said, this Magical Mother Earth collection, people have not shown much of an interest in it. So but my next collection is going to be these alcohol ink paintings.
I mean, if you're talking about it from a commercial viewpoint, you've got to have a very fine balance of what have I got to do that interests me and keeps me interested as an artist, but also what's interesting as a commercial venture that
I
other
know,
people.
and that's a whole other thing. And then I used to be in art shows where my stuff wouldn't sell, but I would get into art shows, like juried art shows, and I've gotten art grants. I got an art grant to do the big 12-foot high dress project, which is a national collaboration of artists, and I got an art. I came up with a proposal, and from the Philadelphia Cultural Alliance, they gave me an art grant for that several years ago, and then I created a group show to go around it, because I was part of Philadelphia Women's Caucus for Art, and they really helped you out, like for a place to show your art. And my resume is like packed full of like being in all these group shows and online. So I've only had like 2 real life solo shows, but I've had a ton of online solo shows.
I think Roy's having to get off now.
Oh, bye, Roy. So nice you stopped by. Bye, Roy. See you soon again.
See you again, Roy. Yeah, I know in one of my family's albums, photo albums, there's a picture of me stood next to an easel, and I remember that easel because I had it till I were about maybe 10, 12 years old, something like that. And it was when I were about 3 or 4 years old. So I was painting and drawing even then.
Like stuff that no, when I was a child, I did not know that I wanted to be an artist. I didn't know what I wanted to be. It wasn't until I was like in freshman year of high school that I started thinking, like, I think I want to be an artist, and that's when I pursued it. Like I took tons of art classes and all this, and then majored it in college and all that.
But it's a fact that lots of people go into art as a potential future career.
Yeah.
And a lot of people flake out after a while. So what's been the secret of your success to stay with it?
To stay with it? Yeah, I guess because even like I grew up with my mother telling me, create art for yourself. She kept telling me that, create art for yourself. She tried to drill that in, create art for yourself. And I'm like, so throughout my career, a lot of times I have created art for myself, and it doesn't take off. Like other people they're not interested. I've created a lot of art for myself, and and sometimes that gets frustrating, that you create art for yourself and but you kind of create it for yourself, hoping that other people are going to appreciate it.
But you'll find that a lot of very famous artists went through exactly that same thing. They had their own thing that they liked to paint, but they were really focused and interested in. But when it came to the commercial work, they had to knuckle down and do what the client wanted. And their heart and soul weren't necessarily in that. So it is a battle that you have, if you're into art, you have to keep a very,
I think I found something with these alcohol ink paintings. I do the abstract landscapes, the abstract landscapes, abstract floors, but my abstract landscapes are better. Where on my live streams, people say, I see this in your painting, I see that, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And like people are bringing their own personal interpretations to my paintings, and that I find amazing. I'm like, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. I love being in this place where people like are looking at my painting and seeing different things and bringing their own personal interpretations to it. And to me, that's a place that I like being at.
Yeah. So what are you doing art-wise today?
Today, today I was only doing stuff with I had to put my Etsy shop on vacation mode, and then I'm thinking about like how I'm gonna list them on Etsy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting my pictures ready, getting my pictures, like I put them all in one album so that they're ready for me to list them on Etsy. Because my other idea was to do a YouTube art auction.
Mm. I know sometimes they do go down quite well. It depends how many people you get in coming and actually.
Yeah, it could have to be like a weekend thing. It might be even have to be a 2 or 3 day thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, why don't you do a little mini one and test what the best days
Yeah,
are, and then
that's
go for a bigger one later on when you know when best time is.
Yeah, first I think I was gonna list a bunch of them on Etsy and then see how that goes, and then do like a limited, like 10 or 15, probably 10 or 15 pieces of YouTube art auction,
Mm-hmm.
like in September or October.
I keep saying that I'm going to open an Etsy shop and put my paintings up because I'm running out of space.
Yeah,
So I don't very
really.
often tell
I mean, really, I keep creating all this stuff, and it's like, do I want to keep creating stuff and like there's no, and I can't, and I'm not showing, and I'm not, and it's not going anywhere. It's just sitting on a shelf.
I mean, 90% of those that I'm doing are like either for tutorials and things like that and practice. But you know, one or two paintings, you sometimes think, oh, you know, it's a shame that this hasn't sold because it's one that I'm quite happy with. You know, so.
But you have like, wow, but did you have it? But you didn't have it for sale anywhere, right?
Well, I mean, I do occasionally put them on. I'm just not organised with it on Facebook now and again, but I don't think anybody ever sees them, to be frank.
So
they had a few months ago. They had that thing where it were popping up, and it says you can click on it, and it were putting all like pound signs and things like that around it, and you know, this is for sale kind of. But
if you have a link, if you have a link that's right in your description, then Facebook does limit how much exposure it's going to get. If you put a link, you need to put the link in your comments.
Yeah, I know, because when I go on Facebook to put a link in for a YouTube video, it gets barely any.
That's right.
Any people coming to it at all.
Or you can't get it. You could get into an art gallery.
Well, there are one or two, but they're a bit pompous and they know what they want. And if you're not that flavour of the month, then they're not going to buy off you. You know, even Rembrandt suffered from that.
Even him? I thought he did well in his time, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, as a commercial artist in his life, he did well. He was a very rich man, but the style of art that he did, eventually, other more subtle forms of art came in that were more French in style, and people
they were more trendy,
yeah, it was like trendy, avant-garde. And he fell out of favor and he actually died penniless.
Really? Oh my goodness.
So it's all down to if your face fits, you're in.
And connections.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had all the connections.
In the art world, just because they know somebody.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at that painting that Banksy did that he shredded a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
It went for, I don't know, 11 million pound or something silly like that. A lot of money. and he shred it in front of everybody, and it doubled in price.
I think that's that's a good idea. That it's shredded
Yeah,
right in front of everybody. It's an idea, it's a concept.
Somebody had a great idea about that. They got a bank. They actually had a Banksy that were worth a few £1,000s, and they actually shredded it. And they said, "Look, we've shredded ours." And they turned around these so-called experts, and they said it's worth zero. You've just
No,
lost
it's not.
£7,000.
It's conceptual art.
There's a point where art no longer becomes art. It's more of a statement rather than art.
I don't know if the right word statement. More like because there's nothing wrong with art being a statement. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah,
I think there'd be a better word for that.
Yeah, I mean, the statement of it is stronger than the actual art itself.
Right, and that might be what conceptual art is about. The statement is stronger than the artwork itself.
What do you actually mean, conceptual art?
Well, that's a style of art that is a style of art that I don't know if I can give the definition for. You know what? I need to look up the definition. Maybe I'm using it too loosely.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but you know, like what I consider to be concept art is like, you know, like fantasy art where you've got a knight in shining armor and he's fighting a dragon or something like that. That's conceptual art. It's driven. Its narrative is driven through its concept, the idea, and the entire narrative of the image is absolutely to do with its narrative.
Yeah.
Getting a bit deep here, aren't we? By the way, don't listen to me because I've not been to university. I've just had to do it the hard way.
Let me check the chat for a minute. Let me check the chat for a minute.
I know we're ignoring them.
Dang, we have somebody new in here. Dang. Hi, Dang. Dang, welcome. Yep, we're having it. Diana likes to talk too much. Buddy. Thank you. Sorry, we're both talking. We're talking about art, and guess what? We have a good number of people for my channel. We have a good amount of people still watching. So I guess they're either having their own conversation or
they're probably dipping in
conversation.
Well, it's unusual that you get to be able to talk about things like this, though, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah, it would be nice to have a panel of artists, and then we could all talk about this.
Well, we considered that a few weeks ago, didn't we? But you'd have to like get a team of artists together who have different ideas about what art is. So long as you're not like slagging one another off, you can have a decent conversation.
Right.
And really look at the rights and wrongs of what art actually is, and maybe it come to some conclusion. So,
but I don't know, with one conclusion or would everybody make their own conclusion?
No, you all make your own conclusion based. We both go to an art gallery and look at a picture, the Mona Lisa, for example. I look at it and I go, You look at it and you go, Completely different ideas, but we've both come to a conclusion on it. So a conclusion on a matter isn't universally one thing. It's where you are grounded. Your starting point of looking at a picture is where you. I went many years ago. I went to the Tate Modern and I
Oh,
didn't
right.
really I didn't really understand modern art, and I went round it because I liked traditional art. I went round it and I thought it's a load of kids paintings, this, because I was coming from an angle at that time that were naive and I didn't understand the movement of modern art.
Yeah.
Several years later, when I learned a lot more about art, I'd come from a different angle and I went round that same place and I got the paintings and I understood the paintings. I'm not saying I fully agreed with every painting, but I had a different viewpoint from the angle that I was coming from.
Yeah.
So uh, there might be one answer, but it's going to be different for everybody anyway, because we all come from a different creative angle.
Yeah. So if you want to start if you can find some people, or if you think that you could get some people together, or I don't know, or if you ever want to just come on here and talk again, I'm just you and me. I'd love to continue the conversation. I think I have to go soon.
Actually, I've got to go soon because I think I'm modding at the moment. I'm supposed to be modding soon, so.
Oh, you're supposed to be moderating
Yeah, I'm
at somebody else's live stream?
yeah, on Danina's in she.
Oh, Danina. Yeah, Danina probably already started, right?
She has, yeah. So I'm going to actually have to get off now. So
Yeah, no, it's great conversation. And please
uh-huh.
come back again. I'd like to continue this conversation.
Monday it is really manic for me because I'm on several different lives all day. I go on
Yeah.
DJs.
What day is good for you?
Tuesdays are generally better.
Well, fine. I'm here on Tuesday too. I'm on here. I'm on
Well,
Tuesdays. I'm here Tuesday too at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And I might even set myself up to do a picture as well.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday I do art live streams. I'm here Thursday, Friday. No, not this Friday. Sorry. So Wednesday I do pretty much probably do an art live stream, but Tuesday and Thursday, if you want to come back and continue this dialogue, yeah, I'd like that.
All right. Okay then.
Yeah, thanks, Ian.
Yeah, and we'll see you all guys later.
Yeah, see everybody. Let me talk to people in the chat. So Ian has to go. Thanks so much, Ian. And Dang is new. Thanks for the thumbs up, Dang. Christy, 13 watching, 17 thumbs up. Thanks. Oh, thank you, Christy. And Buddy, I think I said hello to you, but I'll say hello. I'll say hello again, Buddy, if I forgot to say hello. And I think I need to end it. So thanks everybody for coming by. Love and hugs to everybody. I'll be back again tomorrow, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the same time and place. Same time and place. Thank you again to my great moderators. Thank you again to my great moderators.